So today was stressed. Now you saw the video of us messing with pigs and the stress that caused, but there was something else that happened that day that caused a little bit more stress.
About to leave.
Now you saw the video of us messing with pigs and the stress that caused, but there was something else that happened that day that caused a little bit more stress, but it was a good thing. I told you a little bit about being bittersweet.
Come with me. I'm not really as
Early in the morning, we found Josie finally had her baby.
To a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be.
This would be Allie's baby Josie, who's had her baby, and she is adorable.
Wait, are we gonna call her like a nanny now? Allie's like a grandmother.
Yeah, I guess she is.
She's like a meemaw.
The baby has been born, and we know things are about to get crazy because that's just what dairy mamas do.
No matter how much you stanch and train your dairy cow, they all lose all that when they have this baby. They become
Since now, after a few days,
they go back to
it
being
gets better.
a normal cow.
But initially, it is not fun.
It was stress.
And I know that because I have to go out and help those first few days, because between mama and baby, it can get pretty crazy.
So instead of waking up Mr. Aiden that morning, I went on and milked Allie. It's only been a few hours before, since Josie had the baby, so we knew we had a little bit of time before we just went on and milked her. She did not want to come in the stanchion, so I didn't want to force her, because I don't want her to think, you know, this means bad things, or I want to force her in or force the calf in. So I said, let's just wait until lunchtime.
So kind of our routine when these mamas have the babies is the mamas only want to be where the babies are. Well, the babies don't know what to do. So we've kind of found that bribing the mamas in by taking the babies into the stanchion has helped. So what I did with Josie's baby is I took her and walked her into the very front of the stanchion. Now Josie was still very, very hesitant. She really did not want to go in there, but eventually we did get her in there, and over time it does get better, and eventually we won't need the baby in there at all. But that's how we help get them comfortable enough, know where their baby is at, then they'll go. Sometimes reluctantly, but they will.
Crazy thing is Josie's the kind that's always been very loving compared to Allie. She wants to lean on you. She wants to just rub against you. She loves you petting her. But when they have the baby, and we knew this was going to happen, that it almost becomes, that's not important anymore. I don't know who you are for right now. So after tussling with her for a few hours, no, it wasn't that long. It was not that long.
It took us about 30 minutes to get in and get done with her.
And the whole time while Misty's in with the baby, I'm behind her, kind of forcing her in with her tail up, kind of pushing on her, giving her force to go back, to get used to going back in the stanchion. We were able to milk her. We've got about a quart off of her. She was really holding back, which is very common. It's not something that we were expecting a lot of milk. Okay, so we've got her milked. I just cleaned the stanchion back up, got everything sprayed and apple cider vinegared, but hey, she did better than I thought she would. It took her about 15 minutes to get her in. We had to force her in. For a first time heifer, that's not bad. I'm not complaining about that. Think about dairy. I've trained her for 4 months. However, when she has a baby, dairy cows, their hormones are crazy and they just go nuts, especially first time heifer. Now Allie, the second time she had a baby, it was about 20 minutes the first time going in and out, not really wanting to go in. After that, she was fine. But when she had her first baby, when Elsa had her first baby here, when Josie, of course, now, they get so worried about their baby, they don't want to go in the stanchion, even to eat. So we have to put the baby up there, and when she gets head facing the stanchion, then we, of course, pick up her tail, make her go on in if she doesn't do it on her own. Remember, anytime you're trying to move a cow, their tail is their way you're going to control them. Straight up makes them stop and can't come backwards. To the left or right helps you steer them whichever way you're wanting to go. And it doesn't hurt them. It just puts tension on them to say, hey, we've got to do what our master's telling us to do. So we lifted it up. She went straight on in. But that'll take the pressure off. The baby's already nursed again, which is good. So Josie felt ease. It wasn't as much pressure because the baby's so small. She can't take all that milk. So we took that off for her later if she needs it, or for another animal that needs colostrum. And now she's laying under her mama down here, already nursed, happy as can be. So what really happened next was the bad part.
All right, I just walked out and found the baby that we saw this morning. I don't even think we've had footage of the baby because it has been so crazy. I go out to check on her because the sun is going down, and she is laid over with her head back behind her. I panicked because at first I thought she was dead, and I saw she was breathing. Picked her up real quick. We decided to bring her in the stanchion, put Josie in the stanchion. We had to hand milk some and put the baby on, and of course she's standing up now and she's nursing. Naturally go into nurse because we don't want to be having to do this all the time, put them in the stanchion to nurse. So I'm hoping, it seems like Josie is not having the problem of letting her baby nurse. It's the baby not understanding how to nurse. So Aiden saw earlier that she was trying to nurse, but again, she may have not got a lot. Now she's really getting on there, really getting a lot of colostrum. Me and Misty just sat here and just watched her, and when we squirted it out in her mouth, and so now I think she's ready now. She's looking good. One of the things that we were having issues with Josie was her bag got so big and her baby is so little that her bag got so full and tight, which made her teats really, really small, and the baby she wasn't even being able to kind of really get on there and nurse well. We found her weak. She was kind of laid over with her head. Yeah, the baby was laid over with her head kind of back. She couldn't even get up on her own. We had to kind of intervene, and that did help. We basically wanted some pressure off of that bag because that would allow the baby, the softer it is, it allows the baby to go in there and to be able to nurse better without the bag being so hard. So not only were we providing comfort for the mama, because the bigger her bag is and the more swollen it is, it hurts her. That helps her and it helps the baby because the baby is able to nurse better. So we raise jerseys, but they're miniature jerseys. They're bred to a Jersey bull. That's a miniature. And Allie is Allie was a low line. Josie is a miniature. And now look how little this baby is. She's so small. This is not much bigger than the lambs. I picked her up and carried her, and comparing her to Kristoff was like 3
Kristoff had a full size mom.
But she is so little. It is so cute.
She's beanie weenie. So that night went well. You saw we got her milked. We actually let the baby nurse too that evening, and the baby is thriving, doing great, but we haven't even told you what she is. Oh, I just did. She is a little heifer. So now it's time to name her with a W. So give us your ideas in the comments below. Tell us some W names, because we're OCD, so we're going to
We're
W.
not. He is.
No, we are. She just wants to fake it like she really doesn't want a W name. So anyways, help us name this calf by leaving a comment below. You can also give us a like, share, and subscribe if you're new. Yeah, thumbs up.
I guess that is a like.
So just scratch all that. It's a like. Thank y'all so much for watching, and be looking forward to more videos dealing with the family milk cow, because again, now the next few days will be challenging. It will be fun, but at the same time, we're back milking 2 cows again, so it's always a little nerve-wracking at first with the baby, and we're gonna wake her up at 4 every morning to help us. Oh yeah.
I don't think so.
God bless.
Happy homesteading, y'all.